If you want to start reading Superman, here are the first 5 books you should read. Starting it off, we have the definitive Superman origin. We have Superman Birthright. If you don't know Superman's origin or want to read it, this is definitely where you're going to want to go. It's widely regarded as the default origin for Superman in the comics, and is a must-read for anyone trying to get into Superman. So if you want to go a different route with the origin, you can read Superman Secret Origin. This is a retelling by Jeff Johns. It isn't as beloved as Birthright, but I still find it very awesome. I think this book's a little bit underrated. It doesn't get talked about enough. If you're a fan of the Christopher Reeve movies, this is where I would go for Superman's origin. Next up, it was in the Batman list, and it's going to be here. We have Batman, Superman, World's Finest. Some of my favorite Superman that I've ever read. I just love this run. It takes place in the early days of Batman and Superman. It is an absolute must-read if you're a fan of those characters. There is also a Batman, Superman run from the early 2000s. I just haven't read it yet, so I can't really recommend something I haven't read. But definitely check this one out. Next, of course, we have All-Star Superman. Some people think you shouldn't read this as one of your first Superman books, but I disagree. Like, yes, if you're unfamiliar with the character of Superman and don't know anything about him, you probably shouldn't read this. But if you've seen the movies and have read a few comics, I think you could fully enjoy this. It was one of the first Superman books I read and really made me like the character a lot more than I used to. So if you haven't read All-Star Superman, you definitely need to check it out. Lastly, we have The Death of Superman. This is one of the most iconic comic books of all time and has had a huge impact on Superman's history. This gets referenced all the time in modern day Superman books. Doomsday is such an important part of the lore of Superman, and you don't really need to know much to read this. If you know the basics, Superman, Lois, Lex, all those characters, you can understand this fully. Definitely check out The Death of Superman, and then after that you can read The Return and Reign of Superman. Those are the first 5 Superman books that I think you should read. I'm not as read up on Superman, so let me know if I missed any in the comments down below. I'm always looking for new Superman books to read.